Welcome back to Don's Life. Welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out a power solution that's as mobile as your adventures. Introducing the Bluetti Handsfree 1, aka the solar powered backpack that might just replace your power station and your camera bag. No joke. Now, I've reviewed a lot of gear on my channel, from automotive tech to portable power solutions, and this is the first time that I've worn a power station on my back and went, yeah, this makes sense. So stick around. Let's go. The Handsfree 1 ships with the backpack, integrated power station, rain cover, and a healthy dose of curiosity. Right out of the box, the build quality feels solid, a durable outer shell, waterproof zippers, and just the right balance of tactical and techie. It's a 42-liter backpack, which is just slightly smaller than your average tactical ruck, and it's super modular. You can customize compartments, and I managed to fit in my camera, some lenses, my DJI drone, the controller, my laptop, cables, and of course you can't forget snacks. And I still had room for a mini tripod, or as I like to call it, the third leg that never judges me. Placing the charging station in the backpack is super easy. Even with the power station in place, there is so much storage. I think your biggest challenge will be trying to remember where you put everything. These Bluetti Handsfree backpacks come in two sizes. This is the Bluetti Handsfree 1, which is 42 liters of capacity. There's also a Handsfree 2 with 60 liters of capacity. And oh yeah, did I mention there is an abundance of storage? Inside, there's dedicated organization for electronics, including padding for fragile gear. These padded partitions, which are adjustable, are perfect for people that like to keep their bags organized, like their garages, and full of tools that are way too expensive. I haven't even filled this to capacity yet, and just look at the things I put into it. So down here, we have our cables, including our solar charging cable, so we can charge up the power station and hook it up to solar. We have the MOLLE hooks here. I've put my GoPro tripod on it. Inside here, I have my drone controller. In the top pouch, we have air. In here, I have my laptop with room for a bigger laptop. I've got one of my drones. I have two GoPros. I have my DSLR. I've got a telephoto lens. I've got my main lens. I got some prime lenses. I have extra batteries, and I still have room for storage. Now remember, we still have another compartment right here that we haven't even utilized yet. That's fully expandable. We can get another 3 inches if we open up this chamber, and that'll allow us to fit even more stuff. Maybe some extra clothing because the weather changes when we're hiking. And with the power station installed, I still have this giant pocket here full of snacks. These access panels are brilliant. Not only are they breathable for proper access and airflow, you can plug in your devices without taking the power station out of the backpack, and we can charge our devices on the fly. Those of you that know that digging through a backpack looking for a charging cable, this is a real advantage. And of course, you have access on the other side. You have your AC outlet as well as your quick charging port if you have somewhere you can plug it into the wall. And remember the importance of staying hydrated. You've got 2 cup holders. Oh, we're filming? Well, here, I'll hold off on this. Let's get nerdy for a second. The power station inside packs a 268.8 watt hour lithium iron phosphate battery with over 4,000 charge cycles before it drops to 80% capacity. That's years of use, unless you're powering a small village every weekend. You get one AC outlet rated at 300 watts or 450 watts of surge power. You get two USB-C ports at 100 watts each, and you get two USB-A ports for a total of 15 watts. And down here is your plug for your solar power charging. And in case you're wondering, yes, it has pass-through charging. You can use the AC plug and all the DC plugs, so 5 devices charging simultaneously. I've been to Airbnbs with less charging options. Whether you decide to use the power station with the backpack or outside of it, here's a rundown of the specs. Some of the specs that I wanted to highlight include shelf life, so if you recharge to 80% every 3 to 6 months, you will maintain a very healthy power station. To stay safe and cool as possible, this does use a state-of-the-art battery management system. AC input charging accepts 300 watts maximum and solar input accepts 200 watts maximum. Your solar panel options are optional and they do vary depending on whether you have the Handsfree 1 or the Handsfree 2 backpack. AC charging is very quick. You can get to 80% within 45 minutes and 100% in 1.5 hours. If you're solar charging at the maximum 200 watts, you can be charged up in 1.5 hours. Should you choose to charge this in your vehicle, it would take 3.2 hours on a 12-volt connection. You can also use this as an uninterrupted power supply with switching times under 20 milliseconds. Here are some examples of various device charging times. Now the solar side of this is where things get slick. The fragmented solar charging tech means as soon as the system detects solar input, it starts charging. There's no buttons, no app, no "did I forget to turn it on" anxiety. And when it gets cloudy, it automatically shuts down after a minute to save energy. It's smart. You can use 200 watts of solar input to fully charge this beast in around 1.5 hours, which is faster than most laptops charged from dead. And of course it wouldn't be high tech without the use of an app, so simply scan the QR code on the power station, download the app, and then have full control and monitoring without having to physically interact with the power station. From turning plugs on or off, monitoring current in or out, or adjusting eco or lifting mode, you have full control at your fingertips, whether you're wearing it on your back or it's tucked away in the corner of the campsite. Now let's talk real life usage. I've been using this backpack for a while as a content creator, testing it out, making sure I can bring all of my gear with me, and I can tell you it's a game changer. Normally, I'd have my laptop and a bunch of charging cables, I'd have my camera, I'd have my drone, I'd have my GoPro, and a portable power station. Now I have it all right here on my back. If you're into the outdoors, photography, videography, then I think this backpack checks all the boxes. And what about comfort? And let's be honest, backpacks that contain power stations sound heavy. At around 11 pounds, this thing wears surprisingly light thanks to the ErgoBlue load-bearing system. Breathable mesh padding, chest and waist straps, shock-absorbing back support, and a rain cover for when the weather says, "Let's test your optimism." It's also water resistant, and the zippers have the tight seal feel that makes you wonder why your other bags even try. Compared to traditional portable power stations, this thing wins on portability, weight, and usability while moving. You're not just carrying power, you're wearing it. If you're a mobile creator, truck camper, van lifer, or someone who just wants to be off-grid with GoPro footage to prove it, then this might be the pack for you. So based on all the things that we've looked at and its practicality, would I recommend the Bluetti Handsfree 1? Absolutely. It's not just a bag with a battery, it's a thoughtfully designed ecosystem for creatives, travelers, and tech geeks like myself. I think if Iron Man had a backpack, this would definitely be it, except he'd be charging his arc reactor and not a drone. I've been working with Bluetti for a few years now, and this is something that's come to market that I didn't know I needed. If it's something that interests you, I'll leave links in the video description below. Definitely check them out. But if you liked today's video, hit that like button. Please consider subscribing, and we'll talk to you next time.